Hello, today we are going to talk about the 5 easy steps that will allow you to permanently change your habits. Hi guys, so in order to change your habits or stop doing the bad habits that you have, you're going to need to do 5 things. The first thing that you need to have to be able to change your habits is awareness. The first thing that we must do to be capable of change is to realize that we need to change. Acknowledging that there's a problem or a shortcoming is the first step. Once you acknowledge that you have a problem, a pain, a bad habit, a shortcoming, something you used to be able to do that you can't do now, that is when we get into the realm where it is possible to begin to change our habits. Number 2. Inhibition. Inhibition is a kind of stopping. Once we begin to understand our habit and how and when it is triggered by a stimulus, we can begin to loosen that habit's pull on us. This is done through meeting this stimulus and then consciously deciding to not respond with our habit. We are consciously going to not do our habit. So if your habit is to bend your head when you look at your phone, what you're going to do is meet that stimulus and then consciously not respond in the way that you habitually would. So you might browse Facebook on your computer. You might use headphones to answer your phone call. You might use voice to text to send a message back to someone. This stopping, this inhibition, it doesn't have to be a forever stopping. It's just a stopping so that we can bring our response to this stimulus to a conscious level. I think this is where a lot of people stop when they are looking to change a habit. Say they always grab a cookie after lunch. They recognize that this is not a good choice and they decide to grab an apple instead. And they think, I've changed my habit. This is something that's healthier for me. But in actuality, they haven't changed the habit. They've just replaced it. And what we are looking to do is to stop our habits, change them to ones that will be good for us, beneficial, and so that we have conscious choices and decisions and are not ruled by our unconscious habits. Number 3, non-doing or undoing. Once we stop ourselves from immediately reacting to a stimulus in our habitual way, we need to undo. Like in our fight or flight response to fear, our body prepares itself mentally, emotionally, and physically to react to a stimulus. Even something as low stakes as looking at your phone causes your body to react. Inhibition is meant to interrupt this cycle, and non-doing or undoing is what can help us if we find that we have already prepared for this stimulus. So if your phone buzzes and you immediately look at it, your habit is excited. Inhibition is going to tell you to stop, and non-doing or undoing is going to bring you back to a neutral, unexcited place. The letting go of this excitement is exactly what the pairing of inhibition and non-doing is all about, and they pair really nicely with our number 4, which is direction. Once you have inhibited and undone your response to that stimulus, the next thing you must do is to redirect yourself. Alexander's classic orders are to wish the neck to be free so that the head can go forward and up, so that the back can lengthen and widen. If you go to look at your phone after inhibiting and after undoing, you will likely still find yourself in a habitual place. What stops this is direction and changing the way that we are organized when we do go to respond to that stimulus to look at our phone. Perhaps in addition to changing the way that our head-neck-back relationship is organized, we also need to think about the spirals of our arms so that when we go to reach for our phone, we are not compromising our length, width, position, or health in able to get it. I know that I myself have unknowingly given myself a crick in my neck or tweaked my back when I've gone to do something, and that's because I didn't give myself the proper directions or a proper procedure to accomplish my task without hurting myself in the process. Now this brings us to number 5, our final thought for today, which is means whereby. The means whereby are the steps that we take in order to accomplish our goal in a way that is healthy and is in line with what our body is capable of and how it is designed to function. I know it sounds silly, but people fall in the shower and hurt themselves all of the time. If you take the time, the few seconds it takes to make a conscious, reasoned plan, then you could be saving yourself from future ills and pains. So, to bring it all together again, the first step is awareness, understanding that there's a problem that needs to be addressed. Then inhibition, stopping when that stimulus is present so that we can undo our body's habitual response to that stimulus and redirect ourselves in the moment to develop a means whereby, a plan by which we can actually accomplish our goal. In time, this process, when applied to the same stimulus, grows faster and more adept until we develop a habit of health, and we no longer need to devote as much of our conscious mind to the task at hand. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoyed coming up with this vlog today. I hope that you took some value from it. Thank you again for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and if there's anything that you have questions on or anything that you'd like me to address, send me a message, write me a comment. I am happy to help.